day, teachers! This is Teacher Sam
and Teacher Kyla. And this is Teacher Adventures,
your number one pick for teacher tips and tricks.
In this video, we will share with you several applications that you can use during your demo teaching for your job application.
We divided this video tutorial into 4 based on the standard format of lesson plans: preliminary activities, lesson proper, generalization, and evaluation.
Disclaimer: all of the applications we will present today can be applied to any part of the lesson. The arrangement of applications is only based on the creator's preferences.
You might be thinking about how you can engage your students right at the beginning of your class. Well, Pear might just be the application for you.
Pear is an interactive presentation tool used to engage learners in individual and social learning actively. It combines slide presentations with interactive questions. This is an add-on app for Google Slides.
To start, create or open a presentation on Google Slides. Go to the Add-ons tab and click the Get Add-ons button. When the Google Workspace Marketplace appears, click Pear and install. Once installed, go to the Add-ons tab, select Pear for Google Slides add-on, and click the Open Pear add-on option. A Pear dashboard will appear on the right side of your screen.
Pear has 6 features that allow students to respond to your questions and prompts in real time. The first feature is text. The text option enables students to type the responses in a sentence or paragraph format. The second feature is choice. Choice allows you to insert multiple choices and your students can choose from those options. The third feature is number. The number feature lets your students type a number in response to your prompt. The fourth feature is the website. The website button allows you to link a website that students can interact with and view. The fifth feature is draw. The draw option allows your students to draw an image using their device to respond to your prompt. The sixth and last feature is draggable. Draggable enables your students to respond to your questions using a draggable icon.
To use them, select the slide. After that, choose from the text, choice, number, website, draw, and draggable buttons under Ask Students a Question on the dashboard. For the text, number, and draw options, a pop-up window will appear saying Adding Interactive Question, just like this. However, in the website, draggable, and choice options, you have to link website, choose an icon, and insert multiple choices before clicking Update Slide, just like this. Once a feature is added to your slide, a Pear bar will appear on the bottom of the slide. Do not remove it. When you are done making your slides interactive, click Start Lesson on the Pear dashboard. A pop-up window will open asking you to choose a lesson mode, the instructor-paced activity or the student-paced activity. I will first show you the instructor-paced activity.
Instructor-paced activity allows you to connect with your students synchronously or in real time.
When you click the instructor-paced activity, Pear will open a new tab to generate a code for your presentation. Send this code to your students so they can join the session. Once they have entered, click Start Class. Navigate your presentation as you give them their preliminary activities. For example, you are asking your students about their insights on your previous lesson in this slide. After they answer, you can opt to show or hide your students' answers by clicking the Show Responses or Hide Responses.
I'll quickly show you how the features I discussed earlier allow responses from the students.
When you're done with your preliminary activities, click the End button. You can opt to end the session with or without naming it. Naming the session will help you effortlessly find and review the student responses later. In my case, I'm going to name it Pear Deck Video Tutorial. After that, a Reflect and Review window will appear on your screen. When you click the Open Reflect and Review button, it will show you the students' answers in each interactive question. You can share the presentation link with your students so they can review the responses and check your feedback. You can also share the generated takeaways using Google Docs or the presentation in Google Classroom. After that, click Exit.
Now, I'm going to show you the student-based activity. Student-based activity allows your students to interact with your presentation asynchronously.
When you choose the student-based activity, Pear Deck will open the teacher dashboard for you. Here, you can see your students' responses privately, which is useful when you need to keep their answers anonymous. Before going to the teacher dashboard, Pear Deck will give you options for assigning the presentation as an asynchronous task for your students. You can choose to copy the join link and send it to your students, or share the Pear Deck presentation to your Google Classroom. After that, you can now click the Go to Teacher Dashboard button. Since this is student-based, you can leave and allow your students to keep working on the task. Once they have answered, click Stop Student Based, then click the End button. A window will appear asking you to name your session. After that, Pear Deck will show you the Reflect and Review option on your screen. Follow the same instruction as the instructor-based activity. Then click Exit. You can view all your students' responses at peardeck.com. Click the Teacher Login. Then, go to the Sessions tab. All your presentations along with your students' answers can be viewed here. You can also give each student feedback.
Since our goal is to provide you with an application for preliminary activities during your demo presentation, I advise using the instructor-based activity mode. Pear Deck is a great application to use during your preliminary activities. It brings an innovative twist for asking questions, thus making you an innovative teacher as well. Have you ever wondered how to make your online synchronous lessons more engaging? You may be thinking of buying a second monitor just to see your students. Before you do that, you have to try Prezi Video first.
Prezi Video is a video creation tool that puts you and your graphics on screen together in real time. Prezi Video lets you interact with your content live as a stream or record instead of adding it or editing it later. Let me show you how to use this.
First, create an account in Prezi by clicking Sign Up. Second, create a presentation using Prezi or Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Here is the presentation I have created beforehand using Prezi. Third, download Prezi Video on Prezi.com. Wait for the application to download. Fourth, install Prezi Video by following the installer's instructions. Fifth, while waiting for Prezi Video to install, open your chosen video conferencing tool. I am going to use Google Meet. Sixth, once installed, open the Prezi Video application. To choose the source of your presentation, click on Import. You can either click the Add from Computer option and use a PowerPoint presentation, or choose from the list of the cloud services. Here, I'm going to import the Prezi presentation I created. Seventh, if your video conferencing tool did not automatically detect Prezi Video, go to its settings and choose Prezi Camera. Prezi the video allows you to simultaneously present your content and engage with your audience. Using this in your demo teaching lets you interact with your content, students, and evaluators.
Have you ever wondered how to make reflections or generalizations in your online classes convenient? For that, we would like to suggest a favorable application that is both convenient for you and your students. Flipgrid is a free video discussion app that provides a safe, accessible space where students of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds can explore new ideas, connect with others, get creative, and contribute to meaningful discussions. First, go to flipgrid.com if you're using your browser. If you have an app, you can just open it. In order to access Flipgrid, we should first sign up or type a group join code when applicable. For signing up, you can either use your Microsoft account or Google account. Once you're done filling up the necessary blanks, your account is finally finished and ready to use. You can also change your profile picture and your display name anytime. Click on the smiley icon on the upper right corner and choose Profile. On a more important note, groups can also be created by clicking the Groups tab, which we're in right now, and then the blue button with the plus group written on it. Now let's give the group a name. For example, we will use the name Class B. After filling up all the important details, you can now choose to create the group. After it's processed, you can now invite your students through copying or embedding the link. You can also send your invitation through other platforms such as Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, Remind, and Twitter. You can now add a topic by clicking this button. Decide a topic your class would like to discuss. Create instructions in the description box. Then use supporting media for your topic and set the recording time. To get discussion started, invite your students to participate by copying the link. It can also be shared using a QR code for the students to scan. The students can now answer by recording a response using the Flipgrid camera. To try it, click the three-dotted button and select Record a Response. So this is the Flipgrid camera. It has a lot of convenient features that you and your students can use when recording responses. A record or pause button, which is favorable to avoid recording from the start if mistakes were to occur. The Options drawer, which has additional features such as Upload Clip, Device Settings, Mic Only, Mute, Mirror Video, and Record Screen. VFX adds sticky notes, filters, music, and other tools for your videos. It also lets you view the topic you're tasked to respond. And the last feature are the backdrops, which provide various backgrounds. Afterwards, wait for the students to respond. The total number of responses and the number of views are also visible to you. These are found under the topic title. Flipgrid is a great app to use for your lessons generalizations. Not only does it allow your students to express their individual thoughts, it also gives them the opportunity to become creative with their work. In order to make online quizzes and other summative tests for the students, a creative quiz creator should be up for this task. Socrative is one of the most recommended applications for this part of your lesson. Socrative is a formative assessment tool that helps teachers and learners assess understanding and progress in real time in class. This is through the use of quizzes, questions, and reflection questions. Socrative is available on iOS, Android, and web browser. Socrative offers quizzes and other engaging features. The first quiz feature is the competitive space race, which is a friendly competition with an intergalactic quiz bowl. And finally, Socrative also offers exit tickets. Under the quiz feature, it offers types such as multiple choice, true or false, and short answer questions. Additionally, teachers can download PDFs of quizzes to share results with students or colleagues. To get started, go to Socrative.com. Making an account is a must, which should not take too long. Once finished, you can now create quizzes for your students to accomplish. To create quizzes, click the Quizzes tab and then Add Quiz. You should choose the Create New selection. First, rename the quiz. Then, start adding a question by choosing from the three options: multiple choice, true or false, or short answer. For multiple choice, type the questions and choices. You can also set the point equivalent of the question or add images if applicable. An explanation for the correct answer can also be added. This is an example. For true or false, type the question, set the point equivalent, and add images if applicable. For short answer, type the question and set the point equivalent. Add images if applicable. When done, click the Save button. This will redirect you to the Quizzes tab. All quizzes saved on your Socrative account will be listed. Go to the Launch tab and click on Quiz. Select the quiz you want your students to answer. Proceed to the next step and choose your delivery method, namely instant feedback, open navigation, and teacher-paced. This will change the way in which students are going to interact with the quiz. Instant feedback allows students to answer each question and be shown immediately whether their response was correct or incorrect. Open navigation allows the students to move backward and forward through the quiz and revise their answer to a question prior to submitting the full quiz. And lastly, teacher pace. Here, the students will need to wait until the teacher allows them to move on to the next question before they will be able to complete the quiz. Once the delivery method is selected, students need to log into the teacher's Socrative room where they can access whatever quiz content is within the particular room. Socrative will provide reports and updates that happened in the specific quiz. The answers of the students are also color-coded. For reports for all the quizzes, the teacher can access the Reports tab where all the updates for each quiz will be listed. To make your assessments engaging and innovative, Socrative will be a great choice as it improves student participation. It also makes your quizzes fun for them.
Before we close this video, let us have a recap of the tools we shared today.
We have Pear Deck for preliminary activities, Prezi video for the lesson proper,
Flipgrid for generalization, and Socrative for evaluation.
We hope you learned a lot from this video. Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear from you.
This is Teacher Sam
And Teacher Kyla. And this is Teacher Adventures,
your #1 pick for teacher tips and tricks.